health hazard is forcing a local school to stay closed for a week. Hemphill Elementary in Kyle is shut down for mold remediation after crews found mold in some classroom walls.
KVUE's Ford Sanders spoke with district leaders about how they're dealing with the problem.
A school parking lot sitting empty, and it'll stay that way for about a week.
These are dryers and dehumidifiers, because obviously when you have the mold in the walls, the moisture is your enemy when you're fighting the mold. They said we're probably not going to be able to have the kids back any earlier than Thursday.
A week off of school due to mold found in the walls of Hemphill Elementary. Hayes CISD spokesperson Tim Savoy says students were already off for a short Halloween break, but teachers were in, and one alerted the district about a strange smell.
Actually, the air quality test came back that the total amount of fungus in the building was a lot lower than the outside air, except for that one Aspergillus penicillium. That one was elevated compared to the control sample.
Here at Hemphill Elementary, a classroom just like this was and still is ready to welcome students. However, you take a look inside the hallway, and that's not the case for the rest of them. You see some plastic wrap on some of those classrooms. That's because not 1, 2, or 3, but 13 of them actually had a mold inside of the walls.
It looks like they've taken everything out of here because it's kind of the ground zero, if you will, of where we discovered it. We're fortunate that this type of mold that's here, according to the CDC, is not the most serious kind, because you can get into some molds that are really serious.
According to the CDC, Aspergillus is a very common type of mold, and for people with weakened immune systems, breathing it in can cause infections in the lungs or sinuses. Savoy says as far as making up missed school days, the district already has a plan.
As long as we cover the first 2 days, we can ask TEA if they'll give us a waiver on the others.
So as crews begin working to clear the mold, district leaders are looking forward to resuming lessons at Hemphill. In Kyle, Ford Sanders, KVUE News.
Ford, thank you. Hayes CISD leaders also say Hemphill students will continue to have access to meal services on weekdays while the school is closed. It'll be similar to how they did grab-and-go meal services during the pandemic.
Tonight, we are asking the tough questions as outrage grows over the discovery of mold in a local school and the shutdown of every single school in that district. Frustrated parents are demanding answers, but they say they're not getting much information from school officials. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jessica Dean.
And I'm Nicole Brewer, in for Yuki Washington. Right now, families don't know when the schools will reopen. Eyewitness News reporter Joe Holden is live in Williamstown, New Jersey, with the very latest on that. Joe, what can you tell us?
Well, Nicole and Jess, parents are outraged, as you have mentioned. Few answers today after a very raucous school board meeting last night. We are standing outside the administration building where the superintendent has been holed up all day. We've left several messages trying to reach him because parents want to know, number one, what is the smoking gun? Why the mold in Holly Glen Elementary? And why shut down the entire district? The best information we have right now is that school, at the balance of schools in this district, won't be back in session until at least next Monday. The day after a stormy, several hours long emergency meeting in the Monroe Township School District, and frustration is still off the charts.
I'm completely appalled. It looks like from things that I've been seeing and research that they've known about it since at least 2012.
Right now, all schools in this Gloucester County district in Williamstown are shuttered. Fear has spread like the very mold an expert report shows was rampant inside Holly Glen Elementary School. Under intense questioning by a parent, a building supervisor on Monday night revealed various strains of mold have been known about for some time. Listen to the exchange.
When did you know that there was a mold problem in our school system?
January of this year, for sure.
Just a dozen hours after that dramatic meeting, there wasn't a soul to be found at Holly Glen or Williamstown Middle School. No workers, nothing. Students claim mold has been an issue at the middle school.
In the locker rooms in the middle school, near the showers, and right next to the lockers.
Hi, good morning. My name is Joe. I'm from Channel 3. Is the superintendent available?
Eyewitness News spent the day tracking Monroe Township District officials. Not a single one, as of this deadline, responded to requests for comment, including all 9 members of the school board. This man is vice president for TTI Environmental, the company responsible for preparing the report on mold at Holly Glen.
You gave assurances that this could be fixed?
I can't talk, man. Yeah, it can fix.
Are you going to remediate this as well?
We're looking.
You're inspecting, right?
Well, they are inspecting. Of course, you saw us catching up with that inspector outside of the high school, but every other school was basically empty. This is that report. We are taking what is inside this report to independent experts to try and peel away the layers of a smoking gun. What is in this report that could be dangerous to students? I will see you with that part of our coverage and perhaps a statement from the school district today at 6 o'clock. Live tonight in Williamstown, Joe Holden, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
Okay, Joe, we will see you at 6. Thank you.
The Sweet Home District building could delay the start of the school year for several students. Willow Ridge Elementary School recently sent parents a letter about this issue. Now, 2 on your side's Natalie Foss was able to speak with the district and some concerned parents as well ahead of the first day of school, which is happening quickly next week, right, Natalie? What are they saying?
Yeah, Scott, next week, next Tuesday, and I've been speaking to parents all afternoon about their reactions to this letter that they received and how they feel about the district and how they're cleaning it up.
The Sweet Home School District sent out a school-wide email on Thursday after mold was found in some of the classrooms.
Some mold-like substance was seen on several surfaces in limited areas of the building. So on cabinets, in certain cabinets, and on like linens.
The district is working with Stoll Environmental to test the air quality as they clean the entire building. They're also using air purifiers that they've had since COVID.
By the time we're all said and done, it'll be have a top to bottom cleaning 3 times this summer. And then with all the air purification going on in the building as well.
Jamel Bacon has 3 kids at Willow Ridge. Even though she was concerned, she's been very happy with the school's response.
Having the district immediately send out the emails, very detailed information, and act on it right away and go above and beyond was a relief to myself and other parents around us. So we're very hopeful that school's going to start on time and everything is going to be taken care of.
Tiari Fromm has a 2nd grader in the school. She's satisfied with how the district is alerting parents, but is concerned that school might not start on time.
And there was clearly concern. So we were just a little worried with school starting next week. It's a matter of can they get this fixed properly in the right amount of time.
The superintendent said one of the possibilities if the school is not safe is starting with remote learning. Both moms say that they're confident the district will do what is right for the students.
Safety is the 100% priority with all of us in our community.
If they have to put school off for a couple of days, that's best case scenario for the kids, that's what we want.
Parents did receive this email within the last few hours letting them know that they are continuing to clean up the school and describing that process in extensive details. Another concern I heard from a lot of parents was about summer camps that were held in that building all summer. The superintendent did let me know that those areas were not affected by the mold, so all of those children should be just fine. On your side in the studio, Natalie Foss, Channel 2 News.
All right, excellent. Thank you, Natalie. Appreciate that.
And Lee, we did just get some new information regarding Sun Prairie school closures. Now, Patrick Marsh will be closed for the next 2 to 4 weeks. They did find mold inside the school. They say a relocation plan will be sent to parents by tomorrow afternoon. Cardinal Heights will be closed tomorrow because they have yet to inspect it, and it's expected to reopen on Wednesday. Prairie Phoenix will be closed tomorrow because they have yet to inspect it, and it's expected to reopen on Wednesday. Now, on top of all this, Eastside Elementary will be closed for the next 2 to 4 weeks. It's a decision some parents say is inconvenient, but it's important.
We hadn't heard that there was a mold issue.
But parent Jeff Gauger says that may explain the dehumidifiers inside Eastside Elementary last week.
You know, there are kids with allergies to mold, including my daughter. It is probably better to keep the kids safe than to continue to send them to school.
But that safety does come with some logistical challenges.
I'm sure it's a tough thing for the school district to figure this out. We're already at capacity basically as a district, so to then have to fit 500 kids into other schools has to be a rough thing.
It's never a good time to get mold in your schools, but it's unfortunate timing being that it's at the beginning of the year and we've had some, it's just been a rough week with a lot of unrelated other things.
Other things, school board member and parent Marta Hansen says the school district has handled well.
I feel like my kids are in good hands right now and everybody's just working like crazy to ensure the safety of our kiddos, and I think that's fabulous.
This is an emotional situation that comes after a couple of other emotional situations, but this is when the leadership of teachers, this is when the teams and the relationships that we have and our capacity to deploy a solution, this is when it matters the most.
Now, those other things Hansen was referring to are being addressed right now behind me at the Sun Prairie High School. The district is holding a public meeting for anyone who has any questions or concerns from the recent incidents, and we'll bring you the latest on that meeting on NBC 15 News at 10. For now, live in Sun Prairie, Jaleesa Rosari, NBC 15 News.
Luzerne County School District has closed one of its buildings after a suspected mold discovery. 2822 News reporter Madonna Mantione joins us live in West Pittston to explain. Madonna?
Amelia, the discovery was made here over the weekend at the Wyoming Area Intermediate Center. According to John Pollard, superintendent of the Wyoming Area School District, the district was alerted to a concern of high humidity, moisture, and suspected mold growth on the lower level of the Intermediate Center. He says they have contracted with their environmental consultants to complete an inspection and get some testing done. The district is waiting on a lab analysis, and once they have that, he says they will develop an appropriate response action. Now, out of an abundance of caution, the district has temporarily closed the building until they can get a handle on the situation. Reporting in West Pittston, I'm Madonna Mantione, 2822 News. Amelia, back to you.
Madonna, thank you.